Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Coming up, behind these four walls, one Whitney family had no idea how much their life can change by adding just one new member.
And the Wildcats are about to play the Honkers in their second round of the NorCal Tip-Off Classic. Will they advance to the semifinals? We'll tell you more about it in the Full Court Press.
What are you doing?
Also memorize your lines and warm up your vocal cords. Gabriella and Sharpay are headed to the stage as musical auditions are tomorrow.
Today is December 11th.
And Unleashed begins now.
We are WCTV 19. Connecting you to the community by giving you a voice and telling your story. We are teens documenting reality. And this is Unleashed. Good morning, Wildcats. With finals week starting on Monday, the leadership team has several events planned.
And tomorrow they are holding a school-wide study session called Cocoa and Cram.
Cocoa and Cram is designed to give the students the opportunity to ask any last-minute questions to teachers before finals.
The study session is tomorrow from 5:30 to 8 p.m. in the library. The event is free and snacks are provided.
Leadership also hosted Monday's Coffee House. The talent show featured several singing acts, including this duo.
I just wanna dance with you.
Josh Dara and Caitlin Elsay covered a Lana Del Rey song, Happiness is a Butterfly. Other performers sang holiday songs, including All I Want for Christmas Is You, and several played piano and guitar.
The results are in from last week's dance survey, and after reviewing your votes, the winter dance is semi-formal. It will be in the gym on February 8th. Tickets will go on sale the week of the event, and we'll have more information about guest passes and the dance in January. And the library is open this week for students who want to study and prepare for finals. This week, the library is open during intervention and lunch for studying and wellness activities. Computers can only be used for schoolwork to help prepare students for finals. You can still print and check out books, but there is no gaming this week. See Mrs. Snow in the library if you need help or have any questions.
The Involved Teens Club is meeting tomorrow at lunch in room F8. If you're looking for more community service hours, stop by the meeting and sign up for some of the projects they're working on for the holidays. And the advanced ceramics classes are working on creating sculptures. Reporter Carla Brajas is over in the C building with senior Lauren Troutman to tell us about her inspiration behind this monster project. Carla?
Thanks, guys. The ceramic students are working on monster projects, and so far they are looking like this. So, Lauren, what are monster projects, and what is the process behind them?
Well, the Monster Projects is an assignment that Miss Atlas came up with to give her advanced students complete creative control. Normally we have a lot of rules and boundaries, but this project is just create a monster and go. And right now we're in the glazing process of this, and I am turning my teddy bear into a demonic Care Bear with blue paint and glittery red blood drips coming down from the rips on its fur.
Well, I can't wait till it transforms from that to this. Thank you so much, Lauren. Now, students, this is the project that they will continue until after break. For WCTV 19, I'm Carla Barajas.
Gabriella, Troy, and Sharpay are headed to the stage, and it's time to audition to play a role in this year's musical.
What are you doing?
Students have been practicing during drama club meetings. If you signed up to try out, auditions are tomorrow and Friday. Check the sign-up sheet in the theater classroom for your time slot or to see if there are any more openings. Callbacks for the show are Monday. And now, on to the word.
Now it's time to share your stories in the Word.
And this week on Instagram and Twitter, we asked you to take the 10-year challenge and tell us how you've changed over the last decade using the hashtag WHS Unleashed.
For the Houston family, they adopted a little boy, Dominic, when he was just 2.5 years old. Dominic's parents were addicted to drugs when he was first taken from his home.
And that is why the Houston family made a selfless decision. And senior John Houston found out that he had a new little brother.
Reporter Autumn Abercrombie and photographer Haley Best went to Dominic's new home and found his life is filled with more than just shiny toys and footballs. It is a home with love and laughter.
When senior John Houston and his 6-year-old little brother Dominic play football together, you would never think that they've only been living with each other for 3 years.
My brother throws footballs at me. Why do you throw the football at me, John?
Trying to get you to catch it.
I don't want.
I can throw the football with him outside or just do like brother things, and I've never got to do that before.
Dominic's game room is filled with blocks and stuffed animals. But this wasn't until he was adopted and his life changed.
He was almost hit by a car. He had gotten out of the house in the middle of the night and went onto a busy street at 2.5 years old. And so he was going to go to foster care.
Just like the game of life, the Houstons decided to take their next step and add a baby boy into their family.
They had asked us, well, they tested dirty. Do you guys want to adopt him? And we were shocked that they, couldn't get off the drugs to get their son back. But it was no hesitation at all that was the right thing to do.
It's not as easy as it sounds. You don't just adopt a kid, especially when you're taking them from another family who isn't able to take care of him.
It was also a process to adapt to Dominic's big personality. But the family's patience is what made him a perfect match.
We're unselfish with this decision of, adopting him, and we all have catered towards him and made his life better.
Family time now includes making lunch and having a conversation about their day.
A little bit.
No.
It has taken years, but today the Houstons look like any other family.
He used to call me Uncle, and then it had to be changed to Dad.
Reporting for WCTV 19 with photographer Haley Best, I'm Autumn Abercrombie.
John and Dominic shared a room for the first year he lived with the family. John was a freshman at Whitney and Dom was in preschool.
And it was the time that they spent together that John said helped them form a bond that only brothers share.
Well, at one point I shared a room with my older sister, and I guess you can say we bonded.
Well, if you call arguing over each other's clothes bonding, then I guess you really did.
Now, let's bring in Elena Roberts, who is here to share your stories from Instagram and Twitter.
You guys, now that we're 2 weeks away from Christmas, many students are completing community service projects to help those in need.
And I saw that one class spent some time giving back last weekend.
Here's a recent post with the hashtag WHS Unleashed. On Instagram, the STARS program shared this picture at Target on Saturday. Several students from the program spent the morning helping kids pick out presents. Each child was given a $100 gift card and was partnered with a volunteer. The annual event is hosted and funded by the Kiwanis Club of Rockland. Students had to arrive at Target by 6 a.m. and volunteered until 10:30. And we asked you to tell us about how you changed in the last decade to go with our story about the Houston family using the hashtag WHS Unleashed. Junior Alexis Coretti said that she learned to be independent and she worked her softball skills. In the first picture, Alexis is 6 years old on the Lady Butterfly softball team, and the second picture was taken during last year's varsity season. She said winning the D1 section championship in the spring was one of her most special moments over the past 10 years. Now here's what's trending on Twitter. There was a sleepover for a good cause. Last weekend, about 50,000 people from over 50 cities, including New York, New Delhi, and London, slept outside to raise awareness for youth homelessness. The goal for the Big Sleep Out was to raise $50 million. If you would like to participate in a sleep out or donate, you can find more information at covenanthouse.org. And that's all I have for the word. Now back to Tabby and Emily.
Thanks, Elena. Well, I thought having 5 of my closest friends over was a huge party, but 50,000?
I mean, 50,000 people is almost the population of Rockland.
And sleeping with temperatures below 40 degrees all night must have been hard.
I can't even imagine. I was freezing walking to my car this morning.
Well, right after the break, we'll tell you about a speech contest where you can win a cash prize.
But first, here's more from Monday night's Coffee House and the performance from Jarek Yambat. He covered Frank Sinatra's Fly Me to the Moon.
I play in my maroon.
I drum in my maroon.
I teach in my maroon.
I dance in my maroon.
We lead in our maroon. Visit the student store before, during, or after school to buy your maroon, where you can choose from 10 different spirit wear options. Wear maroon every day.
Hello?
I don't know what to do.
Okay, tell me how you're feeling.
I just feel so hopeless.
Have you thought about suicide before?
Yes, and I feel alone. Like no one understands me even though I'm always surrounded by people. I'm afraid they'll just say I'm acting up again.
I understand how you feel. Just remember there are always people who will support you. You are never alone. Hello?
Hi, Anna.
There will always be someone here for you. Call 1-800-273-TALK.
Welcome back, and thank you, Lena Tang and Sam Berg, for that PSA.
Now, here are some opportunities that you can find in the College and Career Center. The Lions Speech Contest is now open.
This year, the topic is homelessness in California. What is the solution? See Mrs. Rondazzo in the Career Center for an entry form.
Senior Rohan Sharma has competed in both the Lions Speech Contest and he also won the Speech Trek Contest. He has some tips on why you should apply.
So I did the Speech Trek Contest 2 years ago, and regardless of whether or not you want to go into a field that requires public speaking, the whole idea is to create a speech where you convey ideas on a topic, and regardless of what field you go into, you will have to convince a group of people of your ideas in order to see them put into action eventually, and this is a great way to practice that.
If you are looking to earn community service hours, the Salvation Army needs extra help during the holidays. To ring in the holidays, the Salvation Army is searching for volunteers to sort canned food items for families in need. If you are interested, call the Roseville location to sign up. Their number is listed on the Roseville Salvation Army website. This is an ongoing volunteer opportunity that will continue until the end of December.
And there are several more organizations looking for students to help serve the community over the next 2 weeks. Loaves and Fishes is a homeless kitchen in Sacramento that needs volunteers to serve Christmas meals this week and next week. Also, there is a Jingle Bell Run on Saturday in Sacramento, and they are looking for volunteers over the age of 15. Also, the Placer Food Bank is hosting a community Christmas basket event on December 21st. If you are interested, more information is available on their website.
Now, we had plenty of rain last week, and it has been nice to not have to bring an umbrella over the past few days.
Let's see if we should expect another storm when the soccer teams take the field on Friday. Here's Leah Deutsch with your forecast.
Thanks, Emily and Tabby. If you take a look behind me, it's partly cloudy outside and 50 degrees. As you head out, look for it to increase to 56. And after school, more clouds will move in as we reach today's high of 58. There is also a 35% chance of rain in the evening. Now, here's your forecast for the next 3 days. Tomorrow, there is a 50% chance of rain on your drive to school. And later in the day, look for showers with a high of 58. And on Friday and Saturday, expect more rain and temperatures in the high 50s. Now, as you take a look at the forecast, there is an 80% chance of rain for the soccer team's games on Friday afternoon. Today in Whether or Not, we look at what is trending, and after a road win, the Boston Celtics thought the best way to celebrate is with a snowball fight. Now take a look at this video.
Carson, 3, 2, 1.
The Celtics returned to Boston last week after beating the Knicks, and there was several inches of fresh snow at Logan Airport. So Enes Kanter started the snowball fight when he hit many of his teammates. The storm lasted multiple days and dropped 7 inches of snow. And that's all I have for weather. Now back to Tabby and Emily.
Thank you for the weather update, Leah. Now it's time for sports. The wrestling program is hosting their annual gift drive for Shriners Hospital.
The team is collecting new unwrapped gifts for kids who have to spend the holidays in the hospital. You can earn 5 hours of community service for donating.
Drop off your donations to your social science teacher. The deadline is December 19th.
Here is wrestling head coach Dan Parker explaining why the hospital means so much to him and the impact of your donation.
I have a personal history. My son was a patient at Shriners, and they did an amazing job. They're like miracle workers. They treat everybody so nice, and it's just a way to give a little something back. A lot of kids have to spend the holidays in the hospital, oftentimes without their parents. Being in the hospital is bad enough, but over the holidays it's even worse. So it just maybe makes somebody stay a little bit better.
And the basketball team played in a tournament last week. They hosted Yuba City in round 2.
Here is Josh Smith with the highlights in the Full Court Press.
Good morning, sports fans. The men's basketball team played the Yuba City Honkers in the second round of last week's NorCal Tip-Off Tournament. Here's reporter Kaylee Fernandez and photographer Taylor Gallardo with the highlights.
The Honkers are out of the Capital Valley Conference and were 1-1 coming into the game. Their first win of the season was a 55-39 victory over Golden Valley in round 1. Wildcat junior Nick Tawney is returning to the varsity team after playing in the football team's section title game on November 29th. Tawney played in 27 games last year and pulled down 29 rebounds. On the other side of the court, Yuba City junior Gerardo Avila is one of the leading playmakers for the Honkers. The forward scored 15 points in round 1 over Golden Valley. Starting in the first quarter with the Wildcats up early 9-5, senior number 11 Karsten Schultz would steal the ball from the Honkers offense and bounce pass to Tawney, who would make this layup. Yuba City's defense held Tawney to only 5 points, and the Cats led 26-9 at the end of one. Now with 2 minutes and 50 seconds before the half and the Cats leading 34-24, Whitney's Anthony Williams shoots a 3 that Yuba City's number 11 Nathan Flores would rebound. Flores drove the length of the court and made a layup. He would finish with 21 points, but Whitney led at the half 36-27. In the third quarter, with 1:30 left on the clock and the Cats up 6, Wildcat junior 20 Anthony Jacks finds himself open in the corner and drains this 3. Jacks would end the night with 9 points. The Cats led 46-37 going into the fourth. Late in the fourth, with under 1.5 minutes left and the Cats up 53-49, Whitney's number 33 Ryan King misses the shot in traffic. Flores gets the rebound and drives all the way to the hoop for this layup. The Honkers cut the lead down to 2. Yuba City would try and foul the Cats several times to gain possession, and after exchanging free throws, Whitney would hang on to the win 61-56, sending them into the semifinals against St. Francis.
We need to improve our full court pressure. Full court pressure was very important in this game, and we kind of lacked a little bit at some parts of the game, and that's when they got buckets down the stretch.
Today was our defense. We were really good on the defensive side of the ball, and then just continue to do that through the season. We'll set up our offense.
He's only been out here for 6 days since football season was over, so the expectations are kind of going to wait for him. It's come along a little bit, but for the most part, for not touching a basketball since June and being out here for 6 days, he's doing great.
With this win, the Wildcats would set the tone for their upcoming tournament. Reporting for WCTV 19 with photographer Taylor Gallardo, I'm Kaylee Fernandez.
Now, the team ended up losing their next game to St. Francis, and they won the third-place game against Rockland on Saturday night. And here's some of the games you can check out later today and tomorrow. Up first, both the men's and women's wrestling teams host Roseville. This is the first home match for both squads. Matches start at 6. Also, the women's basketball team plays in the first round of the Oakmont tournament against Bradshaw Christian. The Cats are 2-1 in neutral site games. Tip-off is at 4:30. And the men's basketball team plays El Capitan in the Ponderosa tournament. The game starts at 5. And with the wrestling match later today, reporter Jalen Jokums of the sophomore Leah Brown to tell us more about her team's recent success. Jalen?
And I'm down here in the small gym where the women's wrestling team is practicing behind me. So, Leah, what are some early on successes the team has had?
Last year we had 4 girls on the team. This year we have 12, and some of the new wrestlers have been winning their matches, which is really awesome to see each of their improvement.
Awesome. And what do you guys want to achieve this year?
This year we want to place top 5 in one of the big tournaments.
Awesome. Thanks, Leah. And guys, make sure to come out and support the women's wrestling team this season. Reporting for WCTV 19, I'm Jalen Jokums.
And that is your Full Court Press.
Thanks, Josh. Well, we have reached our last show of the semester.
From all of us in the WCTV 19 program, thank you so much for watching our shows and for supporting the program.
It is truly an honor to bring you the news and tell your stories.
Well, that's all for now, where the news is unleashed every day.
Have a great winter break and
a Happy New Year.